I'd like to call the meeting to order Friday, March 9th, 2018 at 5:35. Opening statement.
Let the minutes reflect that adequate notice of the holding of this special meeting of the Howell Township Council was provided for in the following manner: by the posting of a copy of said notice upon the bulletin board in the Township Municipal Building on March 6, 2018, by the faxing of a copy of said notice to the Tri-Town News, Asbury Park Press, and Star Ledger for information and publication on March 6, 2018, by the filing of a copy of said form of notice in the Township Clerk's office on March 6, 2018. The public will be allowed to attend and will be allowed to participate pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Law. The public is reminded that civility and decorum will be maintained during the meeting. Any contracts awarded at this meeting or between now and the next meeting will be required to comply with the requirements of Public Law 1975, Chapter 127, NJAC 17:27. In accordance with the Fire Prevention Code, be advised that this facility is designed with emergency exits for your safety. Upon exiting the meeting room, they are to your left and to the right. Furthermore, smoking is not permitted in the municipal building. Please take note that this meeting is being videotaped for possible future broadcast on Howell Television. Also, no food or beverage is permitted in this room.
Before we say the Pledge of Allegiance, I went to an event this morning for...
Roll call.
Oh, sorry.
Mrs. O'Donnell?
Yes, present.
Mrs. Smith is excused this evening. She's not well. Mr. Walsh?
He's on his way.
Mr. Nicastro?
Here.
Mayor Berger?
Present. So I'll start that over again. Before we say the Pledge of Allegiance, I was at an event this morning at Howell High School with, it was for the Move Over Law, and it was an education for all of the high school students. It was extremely touching, and it was it's about an officer that was killed in 2010, and I would like to have a moment of silence for all of the police officers and all of the first responders who have, unfortunately, by accident, have lost their lives in trying to protect everybody in the town and in other towns across the country, actually. So if we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, discussion today is regarding the 2018 municipal budget. Does anybody have any questions for the town manager, our CFO, or deputy manager?
Hope you do.
I don't.
No questions?
I have no questions.
Why are we here?
We're here to vote, right?
We're here to vote to introduce the budget to the public?
No?
No, that's scheduled for the next meeting, Mayor. This was scheduled as there were questions the other night, so we rescheduled this.
Well, I reviewed it. I reviewed the budget. I went home and I sat there for a day and I reviewed it.
Okay.
So, well, how do you want us to move forward? Is the meeting then unnecessary?
Perhaps.
Oh. Well, I received an email from you. I spoke to you. You know, I reviewed the comments.
Okay. I mean, are there any other adjustments to be made, or?
Actually, I would like a list of essential and non-essential personnel.
Okay.
Just one thing. Can we get clarification on the senior citizens passenger bus? First time we talked about this, we agreed to do it. Second time, we agreed not to do it. So where does that stand as I speak today? Are we in or out?
Yeah, I originally said I was for it, and then I looked at it. I had a little problem with it, but I'll go with the majority. So, if that's the direction you and I think Councilman Walsh supported it.
Yeah,
I did not.
okay, then, okay, so it's 2-1, so that's gone. Okay, that was my only clarification I need. Okay.
So to clarify, we are putting that back in the capital?
No,
Okay.
no, the mayor said no.
I vote no. Deputy voted no.
No, he just voted yes, I just voted yes.
Oh,
So
so.
you still need to
It's
hear
three.
from,
So if Bob doesn't come for the meeting's over, it's done. Okay. I'm good with everything else. No other questions.
I'm gonna kill you.
So did I. So did I. But
Okay.
I have a very extensive email here that I reviewed.
Just to clarify, Mayor, so this budget as it is how you want it introduced for the 20th, correct?
I've looked at the budget, and I'm not going to, I don't want to go into a whole machination again. There are things I agree with the budget, and there are things that I don't agree on the budget.
Okay.
I believe that I'm comfortable with the capital budget. I think that we've cut enough on the capital budget. I still believe that this budget, as it's proposed, will be an increase to the town, and I'm not comfortable with that. So, you know, I'm the only one who feels that things should be cut. Everyone else, the only other option to cut was staffing. I don't normally look at staffing if I'm going to make any cuts on a financial basis, because your biggest commodity, your best commodity is the people that you train. So if nobody else has any concerns about what's in the budget and the questioning on it, for me to sit here and go through line after line, I was educated last year, but not to do that. So I'm kind of like, I don't know how everybody wants to handle it.
But if we're here, with all due respect, because
Okay.
you brought it up at the last council meeting,
I said I had questions.
and I'm fine, and I supported that, right? Let's answer the questions. This is a 5 governing body council.
Yes, it is.
So I'm here, we all canceled things today on a Friday night. Let's go over these things.
Let me pull it up.
Hey, Bob.
Hello, Love. How you doing? Huh?
Good.
It's not downloading.
Sorry I'm late. Had to go get my
It's all
son.
good.
And I read on the internet I wasn't needed anyway, so.
Almost.
Closer than you know.
And everything you read on the internet's true, so.
That's what I hear.
I just got back from South Jersey. I'm sorry.
It's not a problem.
Where we at? I miss anything?
We almost adjourned.
We almost adjourned.
Listen, I'm ready to go home. Wow, nobody wants to do nothing?
Well, like I said, I don't know, do you want me to repeat it? Like I said, I reviewed the budget. I feel like there's an increase that's going to occur here in the town. I don't think the town should have another increase
Increase in what?
We're talking about increase
in taxes.
Increase in the tax levy or increase in the tax rate? Because the tax rate
The
went down.
tax rate went down, but that's also dependent upon the assessments of homes, which would then cause an increase. Right? Am I correct?
Yes.
But we have to make decisions in life, and I'm okay with whatever it is. But when we agreed to a contract with the PBA, and the cost of the current police goes up $500,000, plus the cost of their pension goes up, plus the cost of their matching Social Security goes up. We either got to decide where we're going to get that $600,000-$700,000, or we're going to have to increase spending by $600,000-$700,000.
Increase
No,
spending?
decrease.
Decrease, no?
hold on. You're increasing the spending if you're increasing the salaries and the costs,
Agreed.
okay?
Agreed.
When you agree to a contract that raises the cost $600,000-$700,000, you agreed. Now you got to increase how much you charge, or you got to find other places to cut. So I have no problem. I know we got, what we got, $2.2 million that we can't get that we're being raised in costs that are
2.5.
2.5 million in costs that we cannot get around. So if you want, I'm willing to talk about, I said the other night, you want to talk about what bodies to lay off, you want to talk about what departments to get rid of, I'm willing to talk about that. But 2.5 million, there's a price to pay. I don't know what to do. Do you have any suggestions since you looked at the budget? I know I looked at it 60, 70 hours. I spent hours with the manager. I spent hours with the head of community development deputy manager. I spent hours with the CFO. I mean, I've spoken to you all numerous times about the budget. I've spent a lot of time. So unless you want to be specific with me, I'm going to go home and take care of my boy.
I just asked for a list of essential versus non-essential personnel.
Essential versus, okay, not for nothing, no, Mayor. That's something that could have been asked about a long time ago. It really could have been. You run a company. You know the difference between essential and non-essential personnel. I own a company. I know the difference between essential and non-essential personnel. To ask for it now at 10 to 6 on Friday night, we're getting down near crunch time, is a lack of leadership in my eyes. It's something you could ask for months ago.
Sorry to feel that
We've
way.
been starting this budget process a long time ago. I think you were speaking to the managers since last September or October. So for 6 months now, we've been speaking about the budget,
I've been speaking to the manager?
all of us.
Have we all?
If you haven't been speaking about the budget for the last 6
Just
months,
asking a question, Bob. You're here, grandstanding. I'm hearing.
hold on. Listen, I'm not grandstanding. I want to accomplish something and get the budget done. If you want to cut people, let me know. If you want to cut departments, let me know.
I asked for the list.
Can we get the list now? Is that possible?
Uh,
Because when are we going to discuss this? Call another meeting?
I mean, it infuriates me.
What's the definition of essential and non-essential?
I would believe essential would be, in my mind, anything clinical related and safety related.
Clinical?
I'm talking EMS.
Could you-
Sorry.
Emergency.
Emergency services.
So we have a police department that EMS falls under, which are part-time employees.
So let's take a look at the list.
What about the union workers?
Are they essential or non-essential? Is every union employee essential? I'm asking the question.
No, good. Answer the question, Mr. Manager.
Probably depends on the timing. You know, during a snowstorm, I would consider DPW essential personnel. You know, on a routine day, no, I probably would not consider them essential.
Well, I think
So,
you also have to consider what is happening. I mean, in the middle of summer, when 3 trees are down across the road, DPW is essential. I mean, I don't think we have people on our payroll that we feel we don't need. I think we have people that work for Howell Township that we feel that we need to employ for the safety and betterment of Howell Township residents.
I know who's not essential today. Me. It's not essential for me to be here. It is a waste of my time that I rushed home from South Jersey with my autistic son to be here. It is a waste of my time, because we're going nowhere right now. Am I correct? Anybody want to tell me where we're going right now? You didn't need me to tell them you want a list of essential employees. You could have done that in an email to them. Did you ask them for anything? Did you ask them for anything?
No.
Okay. So we're nowhere closer than we were after the budget meetings. When you want to do something and you want to get somewhere, give me a holler. I'm going home to take care of my son.
All right, Bob.
Well, if there's nothing, then I'll make the motion to adjourn, I guess.
Do we have to open to public? Can I make a motion to open to public?
night, fellas.
All right, sir.
Is there anyone in the public that wants to get up and speak? There being none, I close that portion. The next meeting date is March 20th at 6:30 PM. Meeting's adjourned.
Motion and second.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Mrs. O'Donnell?
Yes.
Mr. Nacastro?
Yes.
Mayor Berger?
Yep.